Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 212A, the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Fisherman's Bay, and it's under the command of talon1958. And yes, he did send me in a late replay. You saw the last two videos, and Talon managed to get, well, unfortunately he didn't get enough to win this week's contest to get the weekend lie-in, because Angelina managed to get a second class tanker and a Confederate, as well as a fairly high win 8. But well, Talon decided to try again, and oh, that's a very fast moving M53. I think we've got a bit of a ping problem here at the moment. Now, as many of you know, this morning I had a terrible trouble with my computer. Yes, it refused to play ball with me, and so I had to switch it off and switch it on quite a few times, and it still didn't work. So I spent a good 6 hours, 6 hours trying to fix the thing and get it back into life. It included taking all the wires apart at the back of the PC, vacuuming it out, giving it a nice spring dusting, clearing up all the gunge that had actually accumulated over time. And then finally, I put it all back together again, connected the absolutely essential wires, the cables, the power. Oh, he just killed the Heshbon with a blind kill. He was hiding behind that cottage. We saw an enemy go down in the rear as well, and I think he saw that one. But there was a Heshbon hiding behind the barn, behind the house, and he actually managed to splash kill him there. Well, that was very useful. Anyway, getting back to what actually happened earlier today, I connected the power cable, the keyboard, the mouse, the internet, and of course the video, the monitor, and it sprang into life straight away. So it must have been one of my cables wasn't connected correctly, and it was stopping the PC from working. So yeah, very pleased that it's back alive, because for a while I was very worried. There's a huge amount of videos stored on external hard drives, as well as a lot of other material. Oh, nice splash on the standard B as well. You got 301 from that one. Of course, I try to keep all the video files I can, so if necessary I can go back to the originals sometime in the future and rebuild if the channel was ever taken down. Of course, you now know I've got 2 channels, and we've got, well, about 9,500 videos in total. 1,600 of those are actually on the general, and the other 8,000 are on this channel. Okay, AMX M451, Tier 9. Now, can he splat this? Let's have a go. He's letting it dial in. Rounds out, looks good. Direct hit! 288. It did hit their hard armor, but he's picked up some stuns this straight away. You can see where the shells went in. All those yellow marks, that's where the shells have impacted. Our fellow Arty in this game is an M53, M55. And the enemy team's got 2 M53, M55, so they're rather lucky. But the 212A is still a very good Arty. Rounds out, looks good. Direct hit! And it was a penetrating shot as well, 600 off that. So he definitely penned him. The non-pen would be 450. So to get 600, he definitely put the shell straight through that UDES. Of course, it does have thin armor, so it is very susceptible to direct hits with an Arty round that will do 52mm of pen, and it's only got 30mm of armor. Yes. So bad news for the UDES. Well, that was a quick shot fired at the IS-7 to try and get some splash, and he succeeded. 184. He's now looking over to the far side of the map. We've got a T-30 who's about to be rushed, I think, by our guys. We've got a Nudes 16 and an Object 430. So if we can put a round in and, well, Talon's indicating to his teammates that that's what he's going for. I normally hit the T key twice or so to make people realise where I'm going. Rounds out. This looks good. Oh, yes! Direct hit 457, which means now that the Nudes and the Object 430 haven't got much to do to take that guy out. One easy shot. But I think they're holding their position for the moment because they don't want to get hit by a 750 hit point round. And the Nudes just took a penetrating shot for 975 from the enemy Arty because he refused to move. So they're going to have to go soon. If they don't, Talon will take the kill. And he does. So 3 kills now for Talon. He's really having a good game. It's all finally coming good for him. He's been having a dreadful time over the past week or so because firstly he was away on holiday, and secondly, whenever he got a game, it always seemed to be that the enemy team was winning and his team was losing, and well, he just wasn't getting any stun assist as well. Rounds out the i7, hits the house. He needs to change position to get a better shot than that IS-7. About here would be okay. And he's decided to drive a bit closer to the cap area. His team are actually now right at the top of the map. In fact, the enemy Arty is in sight and he's just been wiped out. So we're now looking at the Skoda T50, who's very low on hit points. You can put a round in there, Talon. Try and hit him. That's it now. Rounds out. Unfortunately, he managed to pull away in time. I think it is the fact that it was right at the other end of the map, but also that he knew a shell was coming. So he did the best to dodge it. Now looking at side-scraping IS-7 and an Object 705A behind him. Now our guys are going after the IS-7. He's taking severe damage, but we've now got a 705A on our own. Yeah, so we need to hit this one. Rounds out. Direct hit, 354. He kills the stun straight away because he knows what's coming. Yep, he's going to have to fight it out now. And oh, well, the Death Star kills the enemy 705A. In fact, the enemy team are now down to just 3 players left. The Skoda T50 is one of them. One of their Arties is the other one. I think he's in the northeast corner of the map. We're going for the Skoda T50. Rounds out. And another 176 hit points. The enemy's now down to just 2 players. They're Arty and the Skoda. So he's trying to get closer because he needs to shorten the time between him firing the shell and it hitting the target. And there's the M53. He's not loaded yet, so there's nothing much we can do about that. I suspect our teammates are going to take him out. Unless he's trying to drown himself. It looks like he's headed into the water. That Arty, yep, he did go into the water. Well, we tried to get the Skoda, but unfortunately we weren't able to see where he was. He's moved, and I suspect he's headed south now. So Talon's doing the right thing to head through the north. There's a good chance that Skoda's going to go on a merry little dance around the map. There he is. He's been spotted. I turn now and face because you might get another shot in. No, he's decided to go a bit further. Oh, and the Skoda just killed our Waffenträger. Okay, now getting dialed in. There's the Skoda. He is headed south. He's trying to get away from that convoy. The FV4004. In fact, yes, he is leading the whole team on a merry dance. They're all going around the map. So Talon probably does need to move further north, but he's safe here for the moment. In fact, I'd say to the M53, M55, get a move on. And he is getting a move on. Yes, he's moving as well. I think he recognises that he's in danger. In Thankfully, though, I believe that the Skoda's not going to get anywhere near our cap because the 705 and the Death Star are going to cut them off, or cut him off before he even gets near. They're over that ridgeline now, so they're headed towards the cap area. He must be in that corner, so I'd sit up now and try and get ready for the shot, because the moment you spot him, we are capping, but there he is. Oh my gum, he actually turned around and came back. So, can he get a shot in? He's scrolling the mouse out again. You need to use that that trick of using the control button on the map. Well, gets 195, makes him a one shot. He's stunned, and we've capped out. So, oh, kill shot from the Arty. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first-class tanker for talon1958 in the 212A. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 10, and he got a Confederate as well for getting more, hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate in that battle was 4,033, which is super unicum and a bit more. So well done on that. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see that he actually did get the highest damage in the game in that one, but he didn't get enough to get 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he didn't pick up the high caliber. The second highest damage in the game turned out to be that Skoda T50, the guy he hit right at the end who got wiped out by the M53, M55. He got 3,072 hit points. And the third highest damage after that was the AMX M451, 2,775 hit points. When it came to kills, yep, he's got it again. But this time around, he shares it with the Skoda T50. They both had 3 kills apiece. In fact, that Skoda picked up a couple of kills right at the end of the battle, which was kind of odd, actually. He was actually doing rather well when they were against the odds. Anyway, the second highest were the Waffenträger, Panzer IV, the Object 705A and the Conway, who got 2 kills apiece, and nobody else on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. And when it came to base XP, he's got that one as well, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. 994 went to Talon, 961 went to the M53, M55, he got that very late kill, and a Confederate, so he obviously got the same difference on his number of kills. We can actually check that now. Yes, he got a 7 and 1, so Talon must have had a 6 difference as well. And the third highest XP was the Object 705A with 892. The Udas managed to get a Confederate as well, so obviously he was spreading the shells around quite a lot. He got, so look, 6 and 0. So yes, he didn't get any kills, but he certainly did hit a lot of the enemy team. Anyway, let's have a look at the detail. 15 shots fired. He did pump those shells out as quickly as he could. The moment you load, you should be firing out and getting another one ready. The idea is to maximize your fire during a battle so that you can get that Confederate, and spreading the shells around as many enemy tanks as you can, especially if you can pick up a kill in the process. But not necessarily you need a kill. It's more that you need to hit many enemies. 4 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetration. That was the Udas, I think, that he actually hit. Let's have a quick check. Yep, Udas 16. He got a penetration for 603. And if we go to the rest, we can see that he also got 11 splash on the enemy, 3,201 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 9 in the enemy, kill 3. So there's the 6 difference, but he actually scored 3 kills. So yes, he had to bump up the number of tanks that he hit in order to get that Confederate. 769 hit points to stun of 9 stuns, and not a lot of stun there, actually, to be honest. But I think that may be because Talon's not indicating the target after he shoots as well as before. You need to do both, because if you just indicate it beforehand, they say, oh, well, the Arty's going to be hitting that tank. But if you don't hit the teacup button again after you've hit the enemy and stunned them, they won't know which one they've got to hit, because obviously, yes, you did tell them, but then they want to say, you want to say to them, hit that tank, please. That's the one that's been stunned. That's the one that's vulnerable. And hopefully they'll do the business on it. 42,563 credits to the game, 50,000 for completing a mission, 92,563 altogether. And after ammunition resupply, took away 63,913 credits. 1,491 XP for the game, times 2 for the first victory, 2,982 experience points altogether. Yes, he certainly used the P in SPG, but he certainly also did one thing. He beat Angelina. Yes, he got the weekend lion this time on Sunday. Yes, I'm afraid this replay has been done after the event, but he did get a first class bruiser and a Confederate, and Angelina only managed to get a second class bruiser and Confederate. So next week, she's going to have to up her game, and I'm rather hopeful that we'll see an ace tanker from Angelina sometime during the week, and that will change things around. Obviously, the way to do that is to switch your Arties. Yes, get a different Arty out, play that one. You might find that you'll do better in one Arty than you did in another one. So it does help to not to use the same one every time. I see a lot of games here with the 212A from Talon and Angelina, especially the Hummel as well. Maybe if they switched it around and used either the AMX 13F3AM or the Lorraine 15550 or even an M53, M55, they might get different results, and that might be an ace tanker game. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below so it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.